Okay. Um, Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Tappers Talk podcast, where three tapped out YouTubers talk about our favorite game, The Simpsons Tapped Out. So today we're gonna do talk about a current update, another fabulous question of the month, and look at another episode plus a blast from the past and some Q&A. So let's quickly get into it.
All right.
So
Today it's just. Oh
yeah,
yeah. Today there's no guest as well. Just us.
forgot about that.
Just got to put up with us.
Yeah. Hopefully you can get a guest next
Okay,
week.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, why don't we start out with talking about the current update, which is the Dog Days event.
All right.
Um, so MagnusRobert, you wanna just give us your quick thoughts?
Sure. I love this update a lot. I think it's definitely the best one of the year by far. There's very strong characters in this one. You've got classic characters like Les Moore and Emily Winthrop. There's all the
Hmm.
modern characters who I think are kind of mainstays like Lionel Budgie, who's appeared in quite a few episodes, and as well as that, there's some cool characters mixed in, like the Crazy Dog Man. He is a one episode character, but he's a very memorable one. So
Hmm.
character wise, this update is amazing. Building wise, this update has got some not nothing amazing looking buildings, but what I would call kind of standard town buildings that I do think are essential to add now and again, just to build up your town. You don't need not every building needs to look fancy and amazing. And so building wise, I think there's just some amazing buildings, and even the decorations for the most part are really damn solid. Overall, I honestly adore this update a lot. I've got very few complaints. Most of them come down to things I wish they would have added instead, but they can't add everything, obviously. So I think
Hmm.
I think for the most part, yeah, it's a great update.
Yeah. Arthur, you want to give us your thoughts now?
Yeah. Pretty similar to Magnus's thoughts, really. Um, I thought, yeah, the characters. It was lovely to see the kind of classic characters added to like Les Moore, Emily Winthrop, and yeah, really enjoyed the Crazy Dog Man as well, and like how yeah he had an animation with Crazy Cat Lady. I mean, that made me very happy. And then yeah, the buildings. I think particularly the Pet Fair stage in the bundle. I really like that. And yeah, and other than that, some pretty cool buildings there. I did like the Newterville City Hall.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's a really cool building.
Yeah.
and yeah, I think yeah, some nice buildings and the decorations. Um, yeah, really. I also really like with the decorations, the bundle, decoration bundle, the heaven and hell that they've done
Oh yeah,
for the final prize. I think
Oh
that's quite
yeah, those
special.
ones are really nice.
yeah,
And
I quite
like,
like those. Yeah, I just got
yeah,
them.
it's like they don't add in like something really special for the final prize very often. So it's yeah, that made me happy to say. So
Yeah,
yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that was my biggest complaint. It was really comes down to the way that they obviously. So Act One, you have a pet, which is Laddie, right? Act Two was Danger Dog, or was that the Wiggum?
Act three, I think.
No, it's
Yeah,
Act 3.
Oh, Act Three was Danger Dog. Well, Act Two was
Act
Rosa
2 was
Parks
the
and
dog
yeah,
and Dogman.
and Dog. Oh, was it Dogman?
yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, was where was Wiggum? Was that Act Three? Wait, I'm so confused.
Yeah, the Wiggum costume and the Danger Dog was Act
Oh yeah, yeah, that
3,
was
and
Act
then
Three.
the
Sorry.
Crazy Dogman was Act 2.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. It was Act Four not having a character or a costume or even an NPC. I was a little iffy on, but to be honest, I think it worked out fine considering you get
Hmm.
an NPC and a character and what in a costume. NPC in a costume, NPC in a
Well,
character, right? Or is it?
Act
Oh no,
2 and
costume.
3 we got it.
I'm just gonna
Yeah.
shut up. I'm mixing everything up. But yeah, Act Four
So
was a little iffy on, but I think it worked out all right. I think there was some nice buildings in there,
yeah,
and like you said, with the final prize, that I think that was a nice sort of bundle to end off with. So yeah,
yeah. Okay, I guess I'll go next. So, a few of my viewers might know I've kind of taken a quick break from videos and tapped out, so I can't completely go on the whole event, but from what I've done, I really enjoyed it. I think definitely agreed, like, this is probably one of the best multi-events we've had in like a really long time. And also like uh we didn't get any doppelgangers, which was like incredibly amazing.
Apart from
Um
arguably the crazy dog man is kind of a doppelganger for the crazy cat lady,
but
but
it's
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like a complete
it's a tasteful
look-alike
one. Yeah,
version.
yeah,
Like you
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah,
get them confused in the town. So
yeah, yeah. Of course.
it was really nice to do that. And then we've just got like some really overall great prizes all around. I really like this update, though. The one thing I do want to talk about is just the overall like amount of glitches with this update, which
Mm.
uh I think we had three major ones. There was the McGriff just not showing up for I don't
iOS.
know if it was Apple users.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
Apple
just
users.
iOS. It was fine in Android because I remember I
Um
tried logging in on Android and I could see it on my town. But
yeah, and
yeah,
then the NPC thing where they're in the character boxes and not working.
mm.
And then now the one that just hasn't been fixed. I don't know if it is permanent or not, but shattered tokens won't be in the store until you completely finish the event.
Yeah, which is weird
So,
because well, here's the thing. I didn't get. So you meant to get free with McGriff, right? When you buy McGriff,
yeah,
I got one, but I never do the daily challenges, and I spent them all. You know, the last free I got, I spent in the last update. So I don't know where that one token came from.
it could have. Did you get it? I think you get one for completing the event.
Oh, do you get one for completing the event? Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh, I
but
obviously didn't.
it's odd that that happened.
Yeah,
But besides that, it was a really it's a really great event, and I hope like events are like this too. And also great theme. I feel like we've wanted this for a while. So
yeah. There was definitely some. It's definitely a really fresh update as well. I think the theme is solid,
yeah,
and although it would have been nice to have a few more like dogs here and there instead of actual like humans. But all the characters
yeah.
they added made sense. Obviously, they were all dog oriented, I guess.
I do feel like we should have gotten I forgot the name, but Santa's Little Helper's mom. That
Yeah,
would have been
she
a really
biscuit.
great
Yeah,
She Biscuit. Yeah, I feel like that's the one thing that they were missing. But besides that, oh, and
yeah,
Milhouse's dog, the Chihuahua thing,
yeah. The Puppy
because
Goo,
that was
or
like
was it?
that was on
Uh,
the
Or the Shih
splash
Tzu?
screen and in the yeah, that was on the splash screen and in the quest line too. So
Yeah.
um
Well, there's also like
I just find that
was it
confusing.
Taquito or I don't know how you say his name. The Bumblebee man's dog, and then it becomes
Oh
Millhouse's dog.
yeah,
Yeah, that one. He plays,
and
and then Gil's dog at the end. Um, he plays a big role in that episode, which is where this kind of event's kind of based on. So weird that they didn't add
yeah.
him either.
But again, like they can't add everything, so I'm glad that we
Yeah,
got
of course.
these barks, which are
Yeah,
some pretty nice characters too.
I think they added like some of the better ones they could. I think if She
Yeah,
Biscuit was there as well, like maybe instead of Danger Dog, we got She Biscuit. I think it would be almost perfect. I think one thing that annoyed.
though
Wait, oh, go on. Sorry.
I do like Danger Dog. I think he's a fun character, but I feel like She Biscuit works more.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying though. I don't mind Danger Dog. I don't think he's bad, but I would have preferred She Biscuit over him, and
Yeah.
I wouldn't have missed him too much if I got She Biscuit. How does people feel, or how do you guys feel about Laddie being a pet as opposed to a playable character?
I
Well,
mean, I wasn't too happy. Uh,
I, f-
yeah,
I feel like um I kind of expected it, but I would have liked like some sort of task with like BoRt or something in it. Especially it should have been a character because like it's just so involved with the quest line.
Yeah. also, even like the episode, I think I'm okay with, for example, his lizards. Was it Chirpy Boy and BoRt Jr.? Those
Oh
two.
yeah, Cherry
I'm
Boy
happy.
and BoRt Jr.
I'm happy for those to be like they make sense to me as NPCs because they don't play. They play a role in the episode, sure, but they don't really have like a personality to them or a character to them in the episode that much. Whereas Laddie kind of does. Like there's like a scene where he's like watering the plants with the hose in his mouth. He's doing all these
Yeah.
tricks and stuff. Like I think, and obviously then he kind of becomes a police dog. So I think there was like so much they could have done with Laddie in terms of like animations, and I think
Yeah.
he's one that he kind of goes in my little list of characters who are NPCs who should have tasks, along with like the Capital City Goofball, for example, should have tasks and animations.
Definitely, yeah.
Snowball 2, I think, if Santa's Little Help is going to have animations, I think Snowball 2 should as well. I forgot there was another one as well, but I'm forgetting it.
Snowball 1? No,
I know, I don't
feel
think
like
Snowball 1 can be an NPC. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
There was another one, but I'm forgetting. But yeah, those are some of the major ones, and I think Laddie kind of goes into that list for me because, yeah, I think Laddie deserved tasks and animations.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was a shame.
All right. Any other thoughts to wrap up on this update?
Yeah, I got nothing.
No, that's it. Yeah.
All right. Overall, what would you give it out of 10?
Ooh.
Just to close.
I'm gonna go with a 7 out of 10. I really like this update.
7.
I'd say a 9 compared to
9?
other updates. Really
Ooh, okay.
liked it.
I'm gonna go in the middle. I'm gonna go with an 8.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess why don't we move into our next thing, sorry, which is the question of the month from me, and the question is, will Tapped Out ever end? So, who wants to start?
Who wants to start? Arthur, would you like to start?
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, I obviously don't want it ever to, don't want it to go. I think as it has been going on a long time since after it's been really popular, I can't see the game ending in the near future because I feel like it has sustained a certain following. So yeah, I think they're still making revenue from it, and yeah, I think I can't see it ending in the near future. Like definitely, at least the next few years, if not more. I hope so. Anyway, yeah, it's hard to answer, but yeah.
Yeah, it is a difficult question because none of us can predict the future. I think it really just does come down to like whenever really it no longer is profitable. That's really the answer. And I think so far it still is from everything we've seen. So it will obviously inevitably end at some point. It's going to, but when that will be, who knows? I think a big thing was also the The Simpsons as well. So for example, say 2 years, 3 years time, The Simpsons gets cancelled. I think Tapped Out would follow a few years later. Not that The Simpsons probably would ever be cancelled, but I think that something like that could contribute to it. Part of me actually wants it to end, though. As sad as that sounds, but
What?
then, well, like I maybe it's just I've been playing it for so long, and I've got this like sunken fallacy complex, right? I can't stop playing the game. It's impossible for me because I've invested like 10 years of my life into this game, so like I can't stop now. No, but then there's two ways it ends, right? There's as well is another thing. There's the updates stop and we don't get any new content, and we can get like returning content here and there, but like the actual main updates, new quest lines, they all stop. But we get like returning items will come, maybe they all even do like little mini events here and there where a bunch of returning items come, and maybe some new mystery boxes here and there as well. They could even do like still do like Black Friday deals. So the updates, the game itself hasn't ended, but the updates have ended. You know, like the actual new content has ended. And then there's the second way it could end is where they like just shut down all the servers and the game's gone. Which I see the first one quite is likely in the next. God, I don't know. I don't want to put a number on it, but it's like that first one is the more likely scenario as opposed to the second one where like all the servers get shut down and that's it, gone. You can't access your town ever again.
Yeah. I mean, giving my opinion, I feel like if it's going to end, it would be in the sense where The Simpsons just in general becomes uninterested or the show ends kind of thing, like you said. I feel like
But then that's never ever happened. The show's been on for like what? Since '89 and it's
30.
Still that's the issue of this.
The one other thing I'm thinking is that this is EA has the only license to make Simpsons games. Like no one else can. They own the license, and they don't have any other ones besides this. So I feel like they're really banking on this because if they didn't really care about it, they definitely make a lot of other games. So this game is obviously making a lot of money for EA. And I feel like the game will not end unless they stop making a profit, like you said.
Yeah, I think that's what it really comes down to. I don't know. It's kind of a sad topic, really, because it would be sad if it ended. It would be really sad. As much as I say, I hope it ends one day. I do hope it ends one day. You know, I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyone else have anything to say?
I do want to say as well. There's a third option as well. Like EA gets bought out by something. You know,
I'm expecting Disney to buy out EA, just like
we'll see. Yeah. If Disney buys EA. Well, if Disney buys EA, there'd be no problem. But if like another company bought EA, or if EA went into like bankruptcy or something like that, I mean, sure, it doesn't look. It might not ever happen, but it's always a possibility. Something like that as well could just be like a sudden, immediate end to the game too. Especially if they start having to sell off licenses and stuff. To obviously they're declaring bankruptcy, so they probably would have to sell off licenses. So, or like the licenses would return to the original holders, which would be obviously just Disney or Fox. And then I don't know what happens because the issue is like there's heavy. It's not like EA have like trade just licensed it and then made their own game. The actual show writers are involved in this game as well. Like there is a back and forth with the actual creators and EA. So it's not just like something like if I license I don't know like Bart Simpson and I make a T-shirt like it's not like I'm not working with Disney there, am I? I'm just licensing the image of Bart, But whereas like EA are actually working with them, like the writers. So yeah, I think there's a strong relationship there, is all I'm trying to say. And I think even if something bad like that were to happen, maybe there would be a way around it. Kind of reminds me a little bit. Yeah. This is a little bit unrelated, bit of a tangent, but there was the Walking Dead game that got the game company, which is a game company called Telltale, went bankrupt, and the final season of the game wasn't finished, and so the rights of the game went back to Skybound, who are the comic publishers, and then they made their own game company basically to finish the game for fans. So something like that could kind of happen as well if that scenario kind of played out.
And I do believe like Disney does have a game company.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Because there is a lot of Disney games.
Yeah. And they would have the money to do that, so.
Yeah.
But again, even that comes back to how profitable is it? Because they're not going to care if it's not that profitable.
Yeah.
All right.
Arfur, you have anything to say?
No, yeah, I think that's all it. Although, yeah, in terms of, God, it's pretty unlikely, it's going to end. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably won't. I don't see it. I think like 5 years ago I said it would end in like 2021. Something like that. Yeah, that was like my prediction. So don't ever ask me for a date because I've got it wrong. I think at least twice.
Okay, so why don't we move on to our next thing? A look to the show. So, picked by ElloArfur, we're going to be looking at the controversial episode Weekend at Burnsie's. Um,
I want to
so
know
who wants to
first.
start?
Hang on. Before we start, I want to ask Arthur why did you pick this episode?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I couldn't pick an episode, so yeah, I did a random Simpsons episode generator,
Oh,
and
okay.
funnily enough, came
Uh,
up with this.
I thought you. I thought maybe
And
you were going
then
to
yeah,
admit something to us there. Okay. uh,
no, no.
all right. Who would you like to start then, Arthur, about the episode?
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a really funny episode. I did really enjoy it. Yeah, from Homer, it was getting the job and everything, and yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, I think it was a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. Say the first few minutes, but yeah, I was surprised, very shocked. Yeah, so
Yeah,
yeah.
I liked parts of this episode. You can tell its age. To be honest, it does. When did this come out? If someone could quickly find out, I assume it's like the
Uh,
90s.
I think it's
Late
series 12,
13, isn't
Let
it?
me look.
Would that
or
be?
is it 13?
So, yeah, I believe this episode came out in 2002.
2000? Okay, early 2000s. All right. I was gonna say late 90s, but I guess I'm not too far off. But you can tell its age. Like a big thing was the GMO vegetables at the start. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
I remember that as like a child. Like the controversy of that. I think the stuff with the crows at the start it's very silly, but honestly I
It
like it.
reminds me of like modern or that kind of age Simpsons.
Yeah, no, it really is a testament to that age, but like that part of the show. But I don't know. I thought the stuff with the crows was actually really funny. It was a good setup for his eyes being or whatever his eyes being damaged and him needing the
Yeah.
weed for
yeah,
his pain. I do think some of the weed stuff's a bit. There's always like depictions of weed where he's like high on the cloud and all that. I don't know. It's always a bit silly, and not like a proper representation of
no,
what being high is.
Yeah.
yeah,
I think the stereotyping it's fine, but I don't know. It would have been nice just for them to they sort of the way they stereotype all the weed users. I think the actual stereotyping it's fine, but I do think they should have maybe highlighted the benefits, even if they were like very like minor benefits, like because but then I guess they kind of do that with the fact that it is used for medicinal purposes. But then it's difficult because you don't want the show to be preachy. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like it kind of showed a more negative view of weed being used in for a medical purpose more than more than it did support it. But
I mean, to be fair, that was like the most of the belief at like in 2002. Most people didn't really think of the medical purposes at all, so
yeah, and it's not like
it makes sense.
it's not like it's like some revolutionary. It's literally just good for pain sometimes, and that's literally it. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's tricky, but I do think some of the stereotyping was I don't know, maybe a bit far. I don't know if I like saying that though.
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's tricky, because I still find the episode okay, but in terms of that, but the worst part of the episode is the third act. It's so weak, comes out of nowhere. It does feel very. I
Yeah.
know they set up Homer becoming like an executive like early on, but like it does still feel very disconnected. And then they do like a whole Weekend at Bernie's parody, like out of nowhere, and I feel like they don't even resolve the conflict with Homer and his family. Like they set up that whole conflict where he says he's not going to do drugs anymore, and I don't think he does it. I think it's just Smithers, right? Um,
yeah,
but either way, they don't, have like a sort of moment where Marge is like, "Oh, well, you didn't do it. I'm proud," or whatever. You sacrificed your job because for the promise. I don't know. We didn't have that resolution. It just kind of suddenly was a Weekend at Bernie's parody out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit mad. Yeah, so it would have been nice
Ar
to see.
Arthur, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I don't know. Yeah, towards the end of the episode, it did. Um, yeah, I think perhaps it did. Yeah, perhaps dropped off a little bit. I don't know. I found some of the stereotypes quite funny. Yeah, but
I
yeah,
thought, yeah, it kind of railed off a bit in the end, but overall, it was a nice episode. I felt like Dr. Hibbert was probably my favorite part of it, honestly.
Yeah.
Uh, I felt like it was kind of odd with that like fish parody, or not parody, like the cameo, but it's just kind of like I guess expected
Hmm.
with that kind of time in Simpsons. But yeah, overall, I did like the episode.
Fair enough. Anyone
Yeah.
got any other things to say about it? I think I've kind of said all my
Uh,
piece.
yeah. What would you guys rate it?
Yeah, it's a good idea. For me, I think it's, like I said, very weak third act, which I think lets it down a lot. So I would, and I think it's very surface level story anyway. Uh, Probably a 5. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
I'll go with a
5.
6 just to be nice. But
yeah.
yeah,
I'd say I don't know. I quite enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm gonna give it an 8. Yeah.
Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough.
hmm
All right, shall we move on and talk about?
Wait,
Wait. Oh, sorry. Go on.
we forgot to say what would everyone add to the episode?
Yeah.
Oh
That's
yes.
what I was gonna say. I was leading
Oh,
off
okay.
into that. I was like, shall we talk about what we would add from the
I
episode?
didn't, my bad.
No worries. Uh, yeah.
So yeah,
Who would like to start? We'll do what? Should we do one each again, like we normally do?
yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh, I guess I'll start. So I think the first thing I would go with is Fish as like a 4-in-1 character, though it's kind of rare, but this episode was hard to pick apart. So yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. That's quite a cool one.
I
Oh.
I am gonna go with the murder of crows. Okay,
Yes.
I'm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I had
kind of
that.
doing I'm kind of doing a combo here, so I do apologize. I'm kind of picking two items, but I think the murder of crows should come with the old crow bar, which Mo shows a picture of. Now I think that's his bar renovated when it used to serve crows. He shows like a picture of it in the
Oh
episode.
really?
That could be like a tapped out original
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
thing.
I wanted them to do it. I think they could do a tapped out exclusive, the old crow, and then it could come with the murder of crows as a playable character. That's what
So,
Whoa.
playable character.
well,
Okay.
they have personality. That's what I mean. They have personality.
It
They
could,
do
it could
things.
work, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're a character where I'd be fine with them being either or, to be honest. But I think it could work as a playable.
Yeah.
Arthur, what
Definitely.
do you think?
Yeah. I think crows. Yeah. I had that one. Um. There was. I think there was a brief appearance. There was teenage Carl and Lenny.
Oh yeah, of
Um.
course.
Which I
Yeah.
and Wiggum as well. Yeah. I thought those.
There's Officer Scraps is it as well? I think.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. It'd be cool to see those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more. So, uh, this kind of works with it, but that like scarecrow with the scene where it's just like the comic book guy info, I really like that scene, which it was like all the clothing, and I feel like the scarecrow could work really well with like a crow thing. I feel like they could do a crow event, though it'd be odd.
Well, they
Yeah.
could use the
Crow
garden.
a crow event.
There's like the little garden patch of the episode with the scarecrow kind of at the end of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Is that what you mean?
yeah, that thing.
Yeah, and you could have you could have like you could tap it and the crows could like kind of fly down to it as well. So yeah, you could.
That'd actually be pretty nice,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Or like the crows could have an animation with it or something like that.
Yeah, or that could be the thing they come with instead of coming with the old crow.
That's for
That'd be cool
I'm
though.
coming up
I'd
with a
like that.
whole event now.
Who wants to do an event idea for the crow event?
Whoa.
All right.
That,
Do you have another? Wait, who's next? Is it me? Or is it you?
one of you guys.
I've said all mine.
Okay.
Okay, I have two more.
I have one more. Shall I get them?
Yes.
Mine was quite simply. I'm just gonna call it the weed stage. I don't know what else to call it.
That was mine too.
Yeah.
Just the stage they're on, which is it could be a cool little stage actually.
That could come with fish too.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was kind of funny. I like that. And then I guess I'll do my final one, the like tie-dye mole man as a costume. I just thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
So
Wait, sorry, which one?
That'd be so cool.
there's like a scene with the tie-dye mole man as like a costume.
Oh yeah, the mole man, yeah. Yeah, and actually,
Yeah.
just as like an extra thing to add, I think they could actually do a weed event. I actually think it could work, and you could add similar to kind of like the Dog Days where they have the characters who are related to dogs. I think you could add characters like Seth and Munchie who actually appear in the episode.
Oh yeah, and some like auto stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there that I forgot like a very recent episode where like with where Homer becomes like it's Marge works for like a good plant or some sort of store that sells weed.
Yeah.
That could also fit into.
Yeah, true. And like you also have Mr. Mitchell. He appears in the crowd as well. He's the blind guy.
Oh yeah.
From the Laddie episode actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I actually think there is potential. Like you could base, some of the stuff off this episode to do like a whole weed event. I think that's something I might work on. To be honest, I think that could be interesting.
Yeah, I think that sounds like a good one actually. That seems pretty possible too, as if it like doesn't anger anyone, but it could work definitely really well.
Yeah, I remember this was a thing like back in the day where like people were talking about. I think it was someone it was people in my community actually when they did the Duff Puff. I think it was like I think it was a 4th of July, or was it? No, it was a St. Patrick's update. St. Patrick's Day update. It's the one that added Howard K. Duff, I think.
Oh yeah,
St. Patrick's, yeah.
July.
Yeah. Oh no, it's St. Patrick's. That's it.
St. Patrick's.
God, yeah, St. Patrick's
Yeah.
Day. And they did like the Duff Puff, and they had like the whole weed references in there. And there were some people in my audience who were like saying that they think it's inappropriate for a game with children, but like all the bars and the nightclubs and the strippers.
Yeah, I feel like
like you're cool with that. So I think it'd be okay, but maybe they want to.
Yeah, I think it'd work pretty well, and they could probably, they could have like Ned being against it or something in the quest line.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good idea for an event. I wouldn't be surprised if it was one.
Yeah. Okay. Any last things anyone wants to add?
No.
Nope, that's yeah.
All right.
So, yeah, why don't we move on to the next section, about Blast from the Past, which today we're going to be looking at the 4th of July 2014 event.
So
it's a little late, but yeah.
I was gonna let the guest pick this one, but obviously we didn't have a guest in the end, so I decided to pick this one because obviously 4th of July is fairly recent, and I kind of wanted to reflect on. I feel like 4th of July updates should have carried on. We used to get a president every year, and then they just stopped doing it after Reagan. And I guess you can maybe unless you count Aaron Burr getting added. I know he's a vice president, but him getting added in the Christmas update, I think it was.
So when was the last 4th of July update?
The last official so they did like actual official, I think.
Yeah, so the last official one.
The last official one. I I don't think Reagan was, because I think Reagan was just a Gills deal. But you know,
The last one was 2017.
oh, 2017. There you are.
It's quite recent.
Was that Dwight Eisenhower?
Let me look. I believe it was
Or was it Reagan? I
yeah,
think
it was Dwight D. Eisenhower as
yeah.
Eisenhower.
I think Reagan was added in as like a Gills deal in the Itchy and Scratchy update. I'm pretty sure it was.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah,
I think you could count the Itchy
I
and Scratchy as the last one too.
yeah I count that because it was separate from that update, wasn't it? So
Yeah,
yeah. So they used to add a president every year, and I could have picked 2013, but I decided to pick 2014 just because I think there's it doesn't have to be big. The 4th of July update doesn't have to be a big thing. I just think a little minor extra thing they could just chuck in during, like, we could have just got it in the middle of the Dog Days update. And hell, if you really want to as well, you could. I don't know what president had like a ton of dogs. I'm not sure in terms of but I don't know if there's a president out there who had like a crap load of pets. But you could find a way to relate it, to the update if you really wanted to as well. Uh,
yeah.
which would be even cooler way, but you don't have to do that. Just chuck in a president as a minor little thing, either as a Gills deal or even just as something, with like a little quest line where you get it for free.
Or
Yeah,
even just like having some returning for the July Adams
yeah,
would be
even just
fine.
that. Yeah, exactly. I'd be
Free
happy with
free
just that.
decoration maybe.
Yeah, and so that kind of relates to. I just wanted to look at 4th of July 2014 because I think this one's a pretty good one, and it doesn't ask too much. It adds two characters: Giuseppe, who is free, obviously, and he comes with his workshop, and George Washington, who of course comes with the cherry tree for 180 donuts, a little overpriced if I do say so, but. Still pretty good, just 2 items, and then there was a few decorations chucked in the store, like the Lincoln Memorial, the firework barge. I feel like the American flag. I swear that was in
Yeah,
2013, but maybe it wasn't.
yeah. They had the American flag. Was in the 2014.
Yeah, and then the firework, the creative fireworks, and obviously the cherry tree that comes with um, Lincoln, not Lincoln, Washington, wrong one. Yeah. And I just feel like it's just so simple. It's just a few things added to the store, a little quest line where you get a character and a premium character, obviously George Washington. Add a president, and I do I like that tradition where every St. Patrick's Day we would have to send our town to go to Tom O'Flanagan's, and every 4th of July we would get a new president. I like that little kind of yearly tradition because it meant we didn't just get Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas. We also got something earlier on in the year as well with 4th of July and St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, I just kind of really missed. I know I'm still talking about why I picked it, but I really missed that kind of aspect of the game. And obviously 4th of July has just passed, so I thought we'd look at this update. So be interesting to see what everyone else's opinions are on this kind of little minor update that they chucked in there as a break, basically, in between
Uh,
level 42 and the yard sale. Go.
yeah. Okay, so just starting off, I think a 4th of July update. Like, I really wish they would have done that. Still, it seems like really nice thing. I started playing after they stopped them, but I feel like it's kind of surprising, and I feel like they're kind of stopping all the holidays now, except for Halloween and
Yeah.
Christmas.
And
Like they didn't
Thanksgiving.
do Valentine's this year and Thanksgiving, but because that's like they have the Black Friday, but
Yeah.
we didn't have a full Thanksgiving this year anyway. Um, but yeah, I
It
feel
was
like
kind of related, loosely, but
it works enough, but
yeah.
it wasn't like full actual
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, of course.
So, but yeah, I feel like this update looks actually pretty nice. George Washington and Giuseppe, I don't know how to
I
say
think it's
that.
Giuseppe.
Um,
Is it not Giuseppe? Or am
oh
I
yeah,
saying
it
it
might
wrong?
I might be Giuseppe. I think that's it. Um, I feel like those are some pretty decent characters. I have Giuseppe. I don't have George Washington, but I would like him. Is they seem they're like both pretty great characters. Um, and I feel like just like pretty basic quest line though. It's really nice. And then some basic decorations and stuff. But yeah, I feel like it really seems like a great update. I would have enjoyed this one though. It's nice and short. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Because I didn't really play this update, but it's a really nice one. Honestly.
Yeah.
Um.
Would you?
Oh, and they did add a sit and rotate. Um.
I kind of count that as the levels, but because it was added as like
Yeah.
another aspirational building. But yeah,
Yeah.
I guess you can kind of count it.
It was released at the same time, so it fits in technically, but not really.
No, well, I don't know. I consider that separate, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, like more so, like, do you think it would work though if they were to do something like this alongside like a major event? Because obviously they tend to do.
Yeah.
They
So I
have
feel
this
like
they have this very vigorous structure at the moment, obviously. So
yeah, I feel like this would really work well. Maybe like either immediately after an update that lasts like a week or so instead of the normal 2 weeks,
oh, of course, yeah,
or like as a bonus, like the season 33 prize pack.
yeah.
Um, and I feel like I also kind of just I know it's kind of off topic, but I do wish we had like a premiums for the season 33 prize pack too. But yeah, going back on topic, I feel like this definitely would have worked well if it was added onto an update or just lasted like maybe a week. I would have liked this. Um, they could. I don't know when they did this. I think it was like December 2020 with that July or with that update they had like God Return but only on Christmas. I
Mm.
feel like maybe they could do something where they only have one character. It's only one quest line and it's like 3 parts. And if you finish the quest line, you get it, but you can only get the character and if you start the quest line on 4th of July. I feel like that'd be a kind of clever thing that they could do.
Yeah, yeah, like something different as well to unlock the characters. It's kind of what you're going for, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely could be cool. But it's crazy because
Arthur, what do you
they used
think?
to do. Sorry, it's crazy though because they used to do this all the time where they would have like little minor updates like the St. Patrick's Day. They'd add a character just in the store for cash, but they don't do that anymore ever.
Yeah, I feel like that we'll talk about that later because um for Q&A, but yeah, I feel like cash has kind of become meaningless.
Yeah. All right, Arthur, what do you think?
Oh, I think I'd absolutely love for these to be reintroduced. Yeah, I just think the decorations. I think were quite cool. They used to add in so many like decorations with cash, and it's not something they necessarily do so much anymore. It's just re-releasing old ones and stuff like that. So yeah, I just kind of like the new decorations. And also, yeah, I think just to have a new president, this it would get a lot of attention as well. I think the game to do that, and yeah, I think on the 4th of July, it's just be nice to acknowledge it. It wouldn't be too much, but yeah, hopefully could see it in the future. But yeah,
Yeah. Who's
Yeah.
everyone's top president they should add to TapTap?
Donald Trump.
Uh
Donald Trump, really? Okay.
I feel like that'd be kind of rare. Though he was in the show, so I guess that could work. George W. Bush all the way.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be perfect.
Wait,
Um,
hang on. George W. You mean George
or
H.
I
W.
don't.
Bush? Wait.
Yeah, George H.W. Bush.
Yeah.
Whichever one was in the episode,
Yeah. George. I think
or
that's George H. W. Yeah. George H. W. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Senior. There we
Um,
go. Yeah, I
I
think
think
I
it
think
also.
definitely him, but if not, because obviously he died recently in real life, I think JFK is the next best one.
Though I think it'd be pretty ironic if they added him, especially because of his like
Could
just
be, yeah.
complete hatred towards the show in general.
Oh, George? Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
the famous. There was
Yeah.
like a huge
Although his wife did come
back in
around,
the
I'm pretty sure
'90s.
at the end she Barbara
Yeah,
Bush came
but
around.
yeah,
she did hate it in like the originally.
Yeah. I'm sure there was
Um,
no. I'm sure they all. I'm sure they didn't hold any too big grudges against the show though when they both
Yeah.
died. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, everyone said one. I guess. Shall we move on?
Okay, so let's move into the next segment and the final one for this episode, the Q&A. So, uh, quick before we start, we really need some more questions. I asked a few of you guys on the Discord's servers, so we have a few more, but please give us more questions in the comments down below because we really need it, or this segment will not last long. But yeah, why don't we start? We've got three different questions from Vader, so let's start with the first one. So what's everyone's favorite character in the Halloween updates or 2004?
Ooh. I
Um,
really like Death, and I think I would still go with Death. If not, if I can do costumes, I'd go for Werewolf Flanders. But if we're just strictly doing characters, I think I would actually go for Death. I remember I really liked
Yeah,
Death.
it's a good one. Yeah, his cameo appearance in the Aves and Toyland update was quite cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. I also like Gravedigger Billy. Oh, and it's a mix up between those two. Okay, I'm gonna go with Death though. Sorry, I'm gonna stick with my guns. It's Death. Sorry, go on.
I will go next. Obviously, I don't have Kang, but since second, I'd go with Kodos because Kodos is just a really great character
I'd go for
altogether.
Kodos.
Don't blame me. I voted for Kodos. Arthur, what do you think?
Oh, mine's got to be Nosferatu.
Oh,
Purely
Ooh, yeah.
because, like, I don't know, just like the origins, and I just thought it was quite cool.
Yeah, that's a cool character.
Yeah, and like the ship as well. I
it's funny because it's
I
basically
really like.
it's basically we've got two Draculas. We've got Dracula and we've got rip-off Dracula, Nosferatu.
Yeah,
Who then
Yeah.
became it's funny because Nosferatu, the film Nosferatu, was made because Dracula wasn't quite in the public domain yet, and now Nosferatu itself is in the public domain, so you can make fun of it.
yeah.
All right. Next question.
Okay, so
Oh, did you say?
we've got two more
Oh,
from
you did say yeah. Sorry, you said Kodos. Go on.
yeah. So for the two more from Vader, we've got who's the worst character in the game?
Worst character in the game.
Ooh.
See, this one's tricky. I think there's a good selection of
I have a number one answer already.
Okay.
Ooh.
Are we just doing hang on, are we just doing playable, right? Not doing NPCs?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Playable, no costumes, just
Yeah.
like full playable characters.
Alright, I've got 4.
Okay, so mine will be from just from what I've played altogether and the stuff I have. I really, really despise the Northwest Millhouse from the Buddhism event. His tasks are confusing. For example, eat tacos, which just doesn't make sense at all. The quest line was bad. Just altogether, kind of just a stupid character.
Okay,
I don't know.
I was completely forgetting about doppelgangers. I've got like 20 now.
Just my opinion.
I think Marcus Millhouse is one of the worst, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with most doppelgangers as long as they're like still creative and original. Like original enough. Marcus Millhouse is just Millhouse wearing wearing blue and a turban.
Well, the worst part is, he only appears like in like 2 shots in the episode, and he has like 1 line. So the fact he was added as a character at all made no sense. So he wasn't big enough. They could have definitely,
And
he didn't need to be
there were
added.
still bigger characters in that episode.
Yeah.
Like it was, yeah. Okay, who wants to go next?
I mean, I would probably, to be honest, I probably would throw in most of those characters. I mean, Marcus Millhouse is the worst, but I'd probably throw in, apart from maybe Skid Martha, I'd say all of them.
Yeah, I liked
pretty bad.
King Gutama too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I was going to say, I don't know though. I don't know if I would say. I'm thinking like maybe I'm thinking too far in the past, but my original 5 were going to be the tourists. They count as one because they should just be
Yeah.
NPCs.
Really?
Why?
Fair
What?
enough.
Well, they should be
What
NPCs.
episode was that from?
You think they're fun? Ah,
I don't
okay.
know. Yeah, I thought they were all right. They had like different animations and stuff, but
Maybe I'm too harsh on the tourists.
I always thought they were quite cool. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe okay. Not the tourists then. Fine. I'll let you have them.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the vicious
Just
monkeys. I don't think they deserve to be characters. Makes no sense.
Oh
Why they're
yeah.
full playable
Yeah.
characters? They literally are like one part. I think like one little joke in the episode. The mutant. I realize why, and maybe it's just the fact that we didn't get Bender, but the mutant rabbit that came during the
Oh yeah, from the Futurama
yeah, the
tie-in.
Simsorama tie-in. I maybe it's the fact that I hate it because it was the thing we basically got instead of Bender. But I don't like that. I obviously got Matt Groening as well, but yeah, I don't really like that one. Not very interesting. Although I don't know. No, the Barbarian I thought was really weird. In the Clash of
I
Clones event.
I spent so many donuts on that like one event. That's a really event character. I forgot about that too.
Yeah, the
Um,
Barbarian. The Barbarian, I don't like the Barbarian very much, and they gave him a costume as well.
yeah.
Oh God, but in terms of like my worst, it's really tricky. I think it just depends on the day. Worst playable character. I need to do like an updated list for that. I feel like I have to come back to you, Vader, on that one to give you my ultimate worst. There's too many options.
Okay. And Arthur,
Yeah.
what do you think?
Ooh, I think. Well, probably. Yeah, it's a hard one. I don't know. I really didn't like the Rise of the Robots update. I'd have to probably go with. I think. Yeah, the Love Bot was absolutely awful.
Oh, that's a bad one. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's probably what it is for me today.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay. You got everyone okay with moving on?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We spent a while on that.
Okay. So, last one from Vader. What's everyone's favorite Christmas character?
Christmas character.
Uh,
Maggie.
I'll have to go with God.
God. He's a Halloween character.
God all the
Ooh.
Wait, no, God's a Halloween character. Hang on.
Does he count? I feel like
He was
count as
first
Christmas.
added. He was first added during Halloween.
Okay.
He's a Halloween character.
Ooh.
So
You can have Yahweh though.
I don't have Yahweh actually, so
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Baby Jesus. That was like the first premium character I ever got.
Really?
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah,
Baby Jesus. Not what?
I just think he's cute. Not
Okay.
even just with his beliefs. I think he's a cute character. So that's what I'll go with.
All right, fair, whatever. Okay, I'd go for actual Jesus first, but whatever. Maggie's mine. Okay, Maggie was first added. I remember the update where they first added Maggie. It was a Christmas update. The update was entirely revolved around her, pretty much. And they added so many cool characters like Ling, Ling Bouvier and Gerald, I think, and Kearney's other son. Like so many characters were added in that update. So many cool characters added in that update. And obviously, at the end of Act 2, they had Act Maggie, basically, where you actually got Maggie as a character, and it was so special. It was one of the best updates they've ever done. Definitely, probably I would say it was the best Christmas update. So my favorite Christmas character is Maggie. Easy.
Arthur, what do you think?
God, I'm not sure. I'm pretty torn. I do like quite a lot of the Christmas characters. I think, considering, it's probably was Santa Little Helper added in one of the Christmas updates?
I believe so.
Original. It was 2012, yeah.
Oh really?
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Like they also added animations later on, didn't they? I forget when they were added.
When
I think so.
Santa's Little Helper was first added as an NPC, and then he had tasks and animations.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, really cool.
Santa's Little Helper. I guess it counts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So should we move on?
Sure.
Yeah, alrighty.
Okay, so this one is a Discord one, but this is from Mendoza, I think. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, sorry.
Senator
This is
Mendoza?
more no, it's Medosa.
Oh.
Um, so I think this is more of a Simpsons one, but why does some stuff get carried through episodes, even though it's like, so the question is more, why does just some like stuff not like kind of show up in episodes? And my answer, it's just kind of an episodic show where some stuff that's super major can be carried across, such as like character deaths, um, and then some just won't because it was there for the purpose of the episode, and
Oh,
then
so this is
everything
to
goes back
like
to normal next.
consistent, like continuity. So I was a little confused with
Yes,
the
so
question.
like, why is the
Okay.
continuity?
I mean,
Yeah,
there are like little things here and there that do carry over, but if I think because the show is so large, it's got so many episodes. Also, a lot of the time, some of the there's episodes that are still kind of up to be added in like season 33 or whatever, or 34, sorry, 34, that were initially meant to be released during like season 29, but then the animation took a while, so it got held back, and we'll get that episode eventually. But that happens as well. Like a lot of the episodes they release are released not in terms of the order they were made. They're released in terms of how quick they were finished, or things like that as well. Like some things get shuffled around. So if they really wanted to do continuity right, it would destroy their entire process. Like the way they make these episodes. They don't really have that kind of plan. Also, obviously, they can't do continuity anyway in terms of the timeline. Marge and Homer and they graduate high school in the 70s, right, originally, and then the 80s, and then the 90s, and so that's all screwed up. So you can't really carry that over. Character deaths, they do carry over. They mostly do carry over character deaths, though. So
yeah,
I think it's tricky when you do a sitcom like this, especially an animated sitcom where you have full freedom. You don't have like actors aging. Although Marge's voice does not sound the same. That's all I'll say about that.
No, oh my goodness,
I feel really bad.
I hate it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to let her retire.
Yep, they do. Get out.
Yeah. So, can we move on to the next one?
Was anyone else having
Yeah,
anything to
sure.
add about
No, I think that was, yeah,
that? All right.
that's it.
Okay, so from K&W Productions, what is our opinion on other city building games such as Family Guy, Christmas Stuff, or Futurama Worlds of Tomorrow?
Those two. Oh, go on.
Can I start?
Yeah,
So
sure.
Yeah.
I've played like a lot of these. I do some of this on my channels currently, and it depends which game you're talking about. So I guess starting out with Family Guy, most of them are decent, but they can become very pay to play, such as Family Guy. That's like completely with the battle pass and everything is just so pay to play. It's not great, and then a lot of them also just aren't active. So such as Futurama. So they're all okay games. But I feel like Tapped Out is still the best one.
Okay. You say they're okay. I think they're both Family Guy Christmas Stuff and Futurama Worlds of Tomorrow at the very least. Those are the only two I've played. I think those two in particular are what's a PG way to say it? Bad, very bad. I really don't like
Yeah.
either of those games. I think this is the problem. I feel like I often have this debate with like friends and stuff about Tapped Out, because people say, well, any game with microtransactions like Tapped Out is pretty scummy in nature because it presents itself as free. You come play, you get to a certain point in the game, and then you have to spend your money. But I kind of defend Tapped Out because I think they are pretty reasonable. Now and again, they do crappy things, but like you have yeah, it's a free game, but there's ways to earn the premium currency, whether it be leveling up, XP farming, which is something that they had never like really cracked down on. I mean, you think of it, they could crack down on that, like add like a limit to the amount of houses you could have, and crack down hard on like XP farming if they wanted to, but they don't. And so I don't know, or they could just stop earning donuts through the levels. I think there are a lot of ways to a lot more ways to actually earn the premium currency. And as well with like Futurama and the Family Guy one, I just think they go so slow. There's just something about it. It's like you have to
I
unlock.
really don't like the Futurama one.
Yeah,
I haven't logged onto that in ages, honestly.
but it's the fact like with the Futurama one, I remember you have to first of all do all your quests and all that, and then or whatever the equivalent is, and then you have to place down the building, wait for the building to build. Actually, no, I think they build instantly, don't they? Because the clouds disappear. But anyway, so you earn the building, or you get the clouds or whatever to disappear, and then you have, let's say, Bender. But then to unlock Bender, you have to do like you have to earn like 4 other things and do like 8 other things, and then you have to go on these little battles as well to earn them, and you have to go do these those stupid battles, and then you come back and you earn them, and then it's like the whole process with a new character. It's just so tedious. Whereas like Tapped Out, it's like you earn the cash, you place the building, there you have it. You wait for the building to build, and it feels a lot more simpler.
A lot with Futurama. My biggest complaint is there is no way to earn the premium currency besides watching ads or spending money.
Yeah.
Like, even with Family Guy, there's still ways to do it. There's 100% no way to just play the game and earn the currency.
Yeah.
Which kind of just bugged me. But I do have one city building game that I do play that I really do enjoy, and that's the Goosebumps one. It's an odd game, but I really do enjoy that one. And it's not pay to play. It's pretty easy, similar to Tapped Out. Yeah, and I really enjoyed the game. Just
Yeah,
like
I really like it.
if you're looking for another city building game to play, I'd go with that one.
Yeah, I think the Goosebumps game, I had a really good experience with it. I think you can earn it's not pay to win, and it's really quite satisfying to go through.
It's actually coming back now. They've got another update, like finally coming in a few weeks, and they had one recently too.
Nice.
Yeah. Arfur, I know you played the Ice Age game, so like on your opinion on that, what would you say?
I don't know. I mean, I got to admit, I got bored of it very quickly because it's just quite literally one thing, and I think a lot that makes these city builder games like enjoyable to play is just the updates, really. And if there's no updates, it's not very interesting. Yeah, I think I've had a bad experience with Futurama. Just got really bored of that.
Me too.
Instantly, yeah. And Family Guy, yeah, it's not for me. Really, but generally, I think Tapped Out is probably the best city builder game, just because it's got so much going for it. There's loads of different, there's updates being added. There's, designing your own town, which you can't do in quite a lot of the other city builder games as well. So yeah, I think that's why Tapped Out's my favourite, pretty much.
Okay, that was a really good question. Thank you, K&W Productions. You guys want to move on? Anything else left to say?
No, let's move on to the next question.
Okay, so this is from Bleach_Yoda. Pretty simple question. What do you think of the Dr. Griffin, aka the Invisible Man character?
I like him. I like it when they add public domain characters. I think it's pretty cool. So, pretty awesome for that one.
Yeah, I'd agree. Nice character. Actually, pretty cool building and fun questline.
I don't remember his
Um,
animations. I can't lie, but I don't think I disliked them.
I think there's one that was like drink chocolate milk or something.
Oh yeah,
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
Yeah, that was it's he's a pretty nice character.
yeah. I like his
yeah.
house as
Same for
well.
me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think yeah he was really good. Yeah, I liked him.
nice.
Okay, uh, anything else to say about that one?
No, let's move on. Let's power
Oh,
through them.
Okay, so with our final question, this is from Mythic Plays or Kodos on Discord. By the way, he has a great channel, so plug, but check it out. Um, this is a pretty big one. What do you think they should do with cash? Because once you finish the levels, they're pretty useless. So, what do you think they should do with cash now?
I've said it before. I'll say it again. I think cache needs to be implemented in every update. I think either that meaning you have to add a bunch. A lot of the items should be added as cash. I think a lot of the crappy decorations that we get in updates should be cash instead of being donuts. And I think all the decorations that we do get in the prize track that end up just being added to the store for donuts. For example, recently we have the Tinkle in the Wind, was it? And the K9 unit car. They are, instead of being added to the store for cash, even though you've unlocked one, they're added to the store for donuts. So if you want extra ones, you have to pay for donuts, which I think is pretty crappy. I would think cash should be utilized more. I think a great example of using cash was the Road to Riches update, or Road to Riches thing they added on. And I think honestly, a good solution for cash might just be as simple as give us the coming soon item on the Road to Riches, please.
Oh man, it's been 3 years, right? No, more than
Four.
three
I think
years.
it's 4 or 5 now. It's crazy. Coming soon. Not so
Yeah.
soon.
honestly,
I just
Yeah.
like that was a great solution for cash though, because you had to earn like 10 million to get that stuff. It's a good, it's a nice way, it's a nice motivator to earn cash. I think that would be
yeah,
a good
I
solution. Add 4 more items to that and make them ridiculously overpriced.
I'd agree. Yeah, just add more aspirational items.
Yeah,
And
that's it.
one other thing, um, I think I'd agree with the like those bonus items with the K9 unit and everything, just being added for cash. But my one biggest complaint, I don't even care. I will spend donuts on the K9 unit or whatever for like that thing. But if you're gonna add walls, please just have the walls be cash because that
yeah,
annoys me so much when I want to make a big cool decoration in the game, or design in
Yeah.
the game for something, and then the walls cost 2 donuts each because I want to buy like 30 of those walls, but I only have like 50 donuts.
To
So
blow on that. Yeah,
what do
yeah.
I do?
I think that's
That
the biggest one, yeah, as
that
well.
annoys me so much.
yeah.
Oh no.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So aspirational buildings, more of those, and the walls for cash. I feel like that's really something that I would like. Arthur, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think in the older updates as well, they used to have like quite expensive items in the store for cash, like whether it was like the Double Donuts cart. I remember that one, and there were like loads of other ones as well. Um, it would just be nice to see those again, really. Um, yeah, and I mean donuts for all these
Yeah.
decorations. Oh, it's
Oh, one more thing. Um, Also in the shop with, I feel like they should have a few of those pretty crappy like returning items, like the Pride fire hydrants. Either very low donuts for like 10 donuts maybe, or just like I don't know, sell it for like 500,000 cash or something.
yeah,
Because I feel like they're good decorations, but it's not enough to spend donuts, and people with a lot of cash would probably rather have that. So maybe just one or two cash returning items in the store as well. But yeah, does anyone else have anything to say?
no, I think
No.
that's
Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much out of Q&A, and that was our last segment. So, coming to an end of the Tapper's Tack podcast. Everyone, thank you for listening. Anyone else have a final thing to say?
Yeah, we need more questions. That's it, really. I want more questions. Although, to be fair, we went through those questions quite slowly, so maybe not. Maybe.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to actually pick from them, though, instead of just having them all.
Yeah.
No, I think that's everything from me. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Should be doing the next episode. Might be a little. Obviously, this one was a little later. I think the next episode might be a bit sooner because obviously it'll be a mini update. So we might have to do it like
and
2 or 3
we'll
weeks.
try and find a guest for this one too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll see everyone later.
All right.
See you later.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.